So I wanted to do a video about how to do the calibration using the Epson RC Plus, calibrating between your camera, your vision system, and your robot to tell it what the offsets values are between the camera and the robot, so that the robot could go and pick up things that it sees in the camera. Okay, so first thing that we need to do is we need to create a sequence. And I'm going to call this sequence circle, because this is just going to be a sequence that finds a circular object that is the same size as the shaft of my robot arm that comes down. So we have this little circular item, and so I'm going to call this sequence circle. Okay, then in the sequence circle, I'm going to add a locate geometric step. Okay, so here's my locate geometric step, and I'm going to do the typical, just stretching it out so that it searches the whole window. And for this part here, I'm going to just make sure that it is trained to see this circular object. And I'm going to teach it to find the circular object. So there's that. So that part is done. So now we actually create a new calibration. So I already have a calibration, but I'm making another one to show you how to do it. So I'm going to call this one Calitrain. Yes, because this is a training calibration, because I'm doing it again after doing it the first time. So the first thing we need to check here under robot camera is we want to click on mounted on joint 2, because that's actually where our camera is located. Our camera is located right there off of joint 2. So that's what we're going to click. We're going to hit next. Target sequence is circle, that's correct. Robot local, yes. 0. Okay, so this is the really important part, and it's not really intuitive, but you definitely want to take this auto reference off. It won't work if you leave that auto reference on. So you take that off, hit next, and everything else is pretty much just left as it is. So I'll just go through. I probably could just hit finish. So there we are. So now we have to teach the points. So the first thing comes up, and there's this blue box. So you want to put your circular object in the middle of the blue box. I don't know if it matters or not, whether it's exactly in the middle. Boy, I got it pretty good. I got it pretty good in the center. So the circle is now in the middle of the blue box. So I'm going to hit teach. And then it says to move the robot or jog the robot until it's directly above that circular object. So I'm going to go to my robot manager, and I'm going to free all so that I can just move my robot around, and I'm going to move it until the robot is directly above that circle. So the robot is now directly above the circle, and so I'm going to go back to my calibration right here, and I'm going to hit teach. There, then I'm going to hit finish. And then I'm going to hit calibrate. And this is where it really isn't intuitive. It's, you say yes, and then it comes up with a error that says model not trained for Geom 01. And so this is some sort of glitch in the system or something in Epson system. That's why it's not intuitive. So for whatever reason, you have to go back to the sequence you created. Okay, so we're going to delete this, and then we're going to locate it again with a geometric. And we're going to teach it. There, now it's okay. And then we're going to go back to the calibration that we were just working on. And then we're going to hit calibrate. And we're going to say yes, yes. Okay, and so now it's going to use that circle that we just made as a locator, and it's going to move the camera around to all these different positions, locating where that circle is in its field. And that's how it generates its calibration. And then you have a completed calibration. So that's it.